Shalom friends, welcome back to a Biselleh Torah. Re'eh is the name of the Parsha this week. We are now well into the book of Devarim, to the book of Deuteronomy. And I'd like to begin by asking a question that I would like you to answer in your heart or verbally to the person whom you are next to or connected with. The question is this: do some things come from God, or do all things come from God? When a hurricane strikes, is that the will of God? If you win the lottery, is that the will of God? When bad things happen, how do we respond to them, and understanding the grand scheme of the universe with God standing at the helm? We know that within the context of Judaism that all things are connected with a blessing that we utter whenever they happen to us or whenever we happen to them. So, for example, when we have a new pair of clothes, a new shirt, shoes, we say a blessing. When we witness a rainbow in the sky, there's a blessing for that. When we eat food, we try to be very specific, and there's a blessing for that. There's a blessing after we eat food. There's a blessing after we go to the bathroom. There's a blessing even for things that happen to us that we are not pleased about. For example, when tragedy strikes, there's too, yes, a blessing for that. So within the context of traditional Judaism, we understand that all things are connected with God. But what do you believe? What is your grand belief in things having their nexus in God? Does your faith stand so strong that even negative things you can attribute, or perhaps even positive things, are simply random? Is everything connected with God, or is nothing connected with God? I'll ask you to consider that, but I would like to continue giving you a specific Jewish view on the matter. The Parsha opens up this week with the words, Re'eh, Anochi noten lahem, behold, and look, I'm giving to you bracha v'klala, I'm giving you a blessing and a curse. That God gives us the opportunity to be able to interpret what happens to us and what we happen to under the lens of having its essence coming from God, or totally disconnected with God. Good things happen, bad things happen. That is inherent in the phraseology of this parsha. Not all things that happen to us are good, and not all things that happen to us are bad. But how do we place them in this schema of the way that we judge and adjudicate our life? I think you know that one of the worst things, one of the worst attributes a person can have in a life is to not attribute any kind of givingness to the gifts that are received. Does it ever happen to you where you give a gift to somebody, a present, birthday present, send a birthday card, and they don't respond? They don't respond to it at all? An ingrate is not who we are supposed to be. On the other hand, people who respond with gratitude give us a sense that, well, this was worthwhile, and I'm glad that I sent them a gift, and I'll certainly do so in the future. Is it not the same with God? And I don't think necessarily that God takes joy, or nachas, as we say, from the fact that we say thank you for the gifts that we had, but it makes us better human beings, does it not? It makes us refined human beings where we can express gratitude for the things that occur to us. And when we can tether those things to the Almighty, when we connect our own lives, the things that happen to us multiple times every single hour, when we can connect those things to God, does that not have the potential of making us finer, more grateful human beings, refining our own character? I'm not sure that God needs our thanks. I'm not sure that God's ego requires us to say thank you for all the things that happen to us, but we do. There's a wonderful old story about a student that goes up to his rabbi and says, God must get so tired of hearing all of our prayers all the time, thanking God for this, thanking God for that, asking God for this, asking God for that. Doesn't God just get tired of all these prayers? And the rabbi responded to him saying, that's the greatness of God. He doesn't need our prayers, but he knows that we need them. Maybe that's the ultimate lesson of today's parsha. Shabbat Shalom.